Today I will be explaining about matrix multiplication program using C language. First, let's see what is matrix multiplication. Matrix multiplication means you will be having two matrices A and B, and the size of A matrix is 2 rows and 2 columns, which is 2 into 2, and size of B matrix is 2 rows and 3 columns, which is 2 into 3 is the size of B matrix. Now let's see the multiplication of two matrices, how it will happen. A into B means row of A matrix will be multiplied with column items of B matrix and it will be added. You can see here 1 into 5 plus 2 into 8. Okay, this gives the first value of the resultant of multiplication of two matrices. Now let's say second value 1 into 6 plus 2 into 9 this gives the second value. Next value we will see 1 into 7 plus 2 into 10. Like this, when we multiply, we'll be having the resultant of multiplication of two matrices. This is the resultant value. You can see here 1 into 5 is 5 plus 2 into 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21 is the first value. Next is 1 into 6 is 6 plus 2 into 9 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24 is the second value. Like that, we will get the whole value when we multiply this A matrix and B matrix. Okay, there are certain conditions for doing the multiplication of two matrices. The first and foremost condition is, you can see here in the A matrix we are having two rows, two columns, means 2 rows into 2 columns, and B we are having 2 rows and 3 columns. You can see here. And the first condition is the column of first matrix and the row of second matrix, means B matrix, should always be equal. For doing matrix multiplication, column of first matrix should be equal to row of second matrix. This is the condition we have to follow while doing the matrix multiplication. Okay. Now let's see the program. You can see the program here. Okay. As I have explained in the previous programs, we need to include these header files to, if the printf and scanf function has to work, means we have to include standard input output dot header file, and the conio file, if that has to, means this clear screen function and get ch function has to work, means we have to include this conio dot header file. Okay. Next, we will go inside the main function. Inside main function, we have declared some variable where we need three matrices, means A matrix, B matrix and C matrix, to store the resultant values of the multiplied A and B matrix will be stored in C matrices. Next, we need and this M and N, it is for row and column of A matrix. M and N, it is used to store the values, means it is a row. M is for row, N is for column of A matrix. Next, P is a row of B matrix. Q is a row column for B matrix. Okay. Next, this I, J, K, it will be used for loops that will be explained in the later program. Next, we will see what we have to do. And this is two-dimensional array, means this is the size of, means this is a particular size of the matrix. In this particular size, we can enter value up till 5 and 5. If we try to enter 6 into 6 matrix, that will be not possible, because the final size of this matrix is 5 into 5. This is the final size. Okay, next let's see, we need the matrix size is defined. Now we need to enter the values inside the matrix. First we will define what is a particular size of matrix. Now I am printing a message, enter the size of first matrix, and according to the explanation, if I go means I need to enter 2 into 2. Size of A matrix is 2 into 2, or the so I will enter M. For M I will store the value rows, I will store it as 2, and for N I will store it as 2. That will be the size of first matrix that will be scanned, and it will be stored in M variable and N variable. Next we have to enter the size of second matrix. That is the message we are printing. It is asking enter the size of second matrix, and what is according to the explanation of the program, the size of second matrix is 2 into 2 rows, and we have 3 columns. We have to enter 2 into 3. So we will enter P. In P variable we will store 2 value, which is row of second matrix, which is B, and Q is the column of second matrix B. So I will store inside Q variable, I will store 3 value. Okay, now let's see, we have to, the size of the matrix is defined. Now I need to enter values inside the matrix. Okay, before that I have to check one condition. I have already explained here. If you want to do the multiplication of two matrices, means the column of first matrix should always be equal to row of second matrix. So here N is the column of first matrix, P is the row of second matrix. This bow, if it has to be, should always be equal to P. If this is equal, means the matrix multiplication is possible. So I am checking the condition. If N equal to P, means get inside the condition, if condition. If that is not equal, it will come out and it will execute, means it will execute the program will be exited. Okay, after that I need to enter the elements. I am printing the message, enter the elements of first matrix. Okay, next we are using 2 for loops. You can see here we are using 2 for loops. For I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, and inside that for loop again I am using another for loop. The outer for loop is always for row of the matrix, and the inner for loop is always for column of the matrix. You can see here I have already told before, M is for row of the first matrix. So the outer for loop we are using less than, means till this M this for loop will be executed. Means if I have given M as 2, means this loop will run for 2 times. Next, N I have already told before, N is the column of the first matrix. This will, I have given N is equal to 2, means this for loop will run for 2 times. Okay, first we will check I equal to 0. That will this condition will get inside, and it will check again j equal to 0 and j less than 2, so it will get inside, and whatever the, means we have entering the value, so whatever the values we enter, that will be stored inside the A matrix. Like first it will run, and once I will enter 1. Once I enter 1, that will be stored in this particular position. Okay, next again the loop continues. Again the loop continues, the inner loop continues, and it will ask for the second value. The second value what I have to enter is 2. That will be stored in this particular position. Okay, like the loop continues. The column of the first for loop will be over, and it will go to the outside for loop, and I will be increment to 1, and again the inner for loop continues, and whatever the value we enter, that will be stored into this particular position. Okay, this completes the values of matrix A. Next we will see, next we have to enter the values of second elements of second matrix. Here also same, and I already told before, P and Q is of rows and columns of second matrix, and I already explained before, the outer for loop is for rows and the inner for loop is for columns. Once this executes, whatever the value we enter, that will be stored into this particular format. 5, 6, whatever the values we enter, once the inner loop execute, it will be entered like this: 5, 6 and 7. 5, 6, 7. After that, the inner for, once the inner for loop executes, means exits, it will go to the outer for loop, and again the second inner for loop, again it will execute, and we will enter the whatever the values we enter, that will be stored like this. Okay, now we have completed all the two elements, means we have entered elements for two matrices. Now we need to calculate, we need to multiply A matrix and B matrix. We will go to the program. Okay, this completes filling the elements of two matrices, and for the calculation we are using 3 for loops. Why 3 for loops? Means first for loop and second for loop, it's for rows and columns, I have already told before, and the third for loop is for entering the values which whatever the we calculate, that will be entered inside Cij, means inside matrix C. All the values what we calculate, that will be entered inside C matrix. We can see here, once we calculate 1 into 5 plus 1 into 5 plus 2 into 8, means 5 plus 16 is 21, that will be stored in C matrix. Next, second value is 1 into 6 plus 2 into 9, which is 6 plus 18, which is 24. Like this it continues. Next, 1 into 7, 1 into 7 plus 2 into 10, which is 2 into 10 is 20, 20 plus 7 is 27. Like this, the value will be entered inside C matrix. It will do the calculation and it will be entered inside this particular positions. Okay, we'll see the program now. Okay, after this, after calculating, that will be stored in C matrix. Next, we have to print whatever the value we have, means multiplied, that will be stored, and that C matrix will be printed. To print this, again we are using 2 for loops. Okay, now let's see the execution of the program. Before that, we will compile the program. There are no errors. Okay, now it is asking to enter the size of the first matrix. I will give 2 and 2, and it is asking for asking to enter the size of the second matrix. What I will give, 2 into 3. Okay, now it is asking to enter the elements of first matrix, which is, means 2 into 2 is 4. We need to enter 4 elements. Okay, and it is asking to enter elements of second matrix. The size of the second matrix is 2 into 3, which we have to, 2 into 3 is 6, we have to enter 6 elements. Okay. So you can see the product of the two matrices 21, 24, 27, 47, 54, 61. You can see here. This is the size of the true matrix. I can give another example, means matrix 1 and matrix 2, which is the size of the matrix 1 is 3 into 3 and the size of the matrix 2 is 3 into 3, and the column of matrix 1 is 3 and the row of matrix 1 row of matrix 1 is 3 and the column of matrix column of matrix 1 is 3, row of matrix 2 is 3, so both are equal. This can be multiplied, and this is the multiplication of the program and also the result of two matrices multiplication.